Big U is currently going through the two worst things I think anybody in jail could be going through. The last time
Ooh.
really anyone from the public has heard from Big U was when he dropped this video shortly before turning himself in
I'm
on
gonna say we
RICO
ain't heard no
charges.
news on
Now,
him
in
since he
this
been in.
video, Big U implied that people were cooperating against him. That may have been foreshadowing for what was to come. He would also express disappointment in members of the public for giving attention to platform or people who talk badly about him. Big U would claim that he's trying to save black folks and uplift black people and do things for his community, so the public shouldn't pay attention or support anyone who talks bad about him. That was also foreshadowing for what was to come after he turned himself in. So apparently his two worst nightmares are coming true while he's behind bars. There are people cooperating against Big U, and there are multiple people doing interviews currently telling Big U stories that don't paint him in a favorable light. One person in particular is an OG called Gumby, who just did an interview on Real Tunes where he says that Big U apparently dropped his flag while in prison. Now, dropping your flag is a term that when gang members denounce a gang or they move on, that's really looked down upon, because if you drop your flag, it's seen as if you're dropping your flag to protect yourself or if you're not built for the gang life. But Big U, we know him as a notorious Rolling 60s. We know Big U as the leader of Rolling 60s. We know Big U as the Crip leader outside of prison. So for somebody to now be coming out and claiming that Big U wrote it up or that Big U dropped his flag and Big U turned Muslim in prison and didn't want no smoke with nobody, that's kind of crazy. But Big U is currently incarcerated and he's not going to speak out or defend himself because he got bigger things to worry about. But this is what he's talking about. People doing interviews, talking down upon him, essentially like slandering him if this is not true.
My understanding, not being from LA, Big U is like one of the figures that you have to check in with.
First off, shout out to the interviewer, man. That right there is elite level instigating. That's how you get a clip. This interviewer knows that the Rolling 60s and the Hoovers are arch nemesis. Like they're sworn enemies, they're sworn foes.
Water and oil,
so
don't
for
mix.
him to tell an OG Hoover, hey, bruh, Big U is who people gotta check in with when they come to LA, you already know what's about to happen. And, you know, like the OG took the bait. And he began to disparage Big U because he didn't like the fact that the interviewer essentially said, yo, Big U is the Debo for where y'all live.
Y'all calling him Big U right now, but at the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm hovering out. Listen, he is a very powerful figure, you know what I'm saying, in our gang culture. And respected and feared. But at the end of the day, Gro did some PC shit. Hoover. Gro turned Muslim. He dropped his flag on Hoover. He was a Crip.
Did he?
When he went to jail.
Did he?
And he dropped his flag. I ain't seen nowhere on the Crip application where you can drop your flag for 16, 15 years and then get out of prison and then come back and control and be the whole leader of LA. No, once you drop your flag, it's over with.
Nigga,
whether you turn Muslim, Christian, or whatever. And that's what he did. Big U was a Muslim his whole time in prison. I seen a blog where he said he knocked out like 30 Mexicans or whatever. Right. I wasn't there for that. I didn't hear anything about that in prison. You know what I mean? But that's my assessment of him. You know what I mean? Basically, like, he was a Muslim in jail. That was the last time I seen him. I believe his name was Hannibal. Hannibal. And he wasn't just a Muslim. He was.
If this is true, that sounds like some shit he'd name himself. Cause like everybody know what Hannibal is. If you know, y'all know. Like, come on. But it's just like these niggas is old, bro. That nigga, like, these niggas is damn near 50, 60, pushing like 40, 50, 60. They out here still banging. Worry about what the other nigga doing. Like, come on, cuz.
A bean pie Muslim.
Like what is a bean pie Muslim?
A bean pie, a Malcolm X. He dropped,
like he was in the Nation of Islam.
Yes, completely. He was no longer seen as a Crip.
Stories like this is low-key why I applaud Loose Cannon. Loose Cannon is currently in jail facing a RICO, but you can't come on the internet and talk about Loose Cannon and think that a RICO gonna stop Loose Cannon from hopping on that jail phone and responding back. Big U has been through the system before, so Big U understands, hey, bruh, hey, no talking going. I'm not tapping into giving an opinion on nothing on no internet right now. But he would even go on to explain that there was a time in prison where war was going on. He's from Hoover, that somebody from 40s, right, a neighborhood Crip from 40s, he would murder a Hoover in prison. Now, apparently that started a war. And Big U was a 60, not from 40s. However, they just kind of grouped everybody in. And when they had the ups on him, he was about to stab Big U, but then somebody stopped him from stabbing Big U because they claimed that Big U was a Muslim and not an active Crip.
The only neighborhoods that was up there was, I believe, Little Squeak was behind the wall, and Hannibal, which was formerly known as Big U. So now it's to the point to where our building officers are calling us by name to come in. You know, me, and so I was like saying, like, let's get Big U. But one of my older homies who was a Muslim, you know, kind of like, not even kind of like pretty much told me, Gumby, shut the fuck up. And he explained to me that that's not Big U. His name is Hannibal. And he explained to me the difference between a devout Muslim and him. And what he said, he like, look, I go to Juma, you know what I'm saying? And
Big U being a Muslim is not a secret. And the fact that he may have converted to Islam in prison isn't really that hard to believe. But I'm not inclined to believe that Big U dropped his flag and was no longer a Crip in prison. That's not even possible, from my opinion. Because for us gainfully employed people, what goes on in prison isn't our concern, nor do we care. But when it comes to gangbanging, when it comes to the streets, what goes on in prison is literally like their business. Like, what goes on in prison is what they care about. Like, what goes on in prison is damn near like, that could be like a TM. They are alerted each and every day what goes on in prison. Who's the busters in prison? Who was dropping flags in prison? Who was a tough guy in prison? Who was a honcho in prison? Who held it down? Who wrote it up? Prison is, they literally get a direct source reporting from prison every day. So if Big U was rolling it up and dropping his flag in prison and was not like that, and he rolled it up and he was copping pleas, Big U couldn't come outside and be a Crip. Big U couldn't come back, go to his block, and be the leader of Rolling 60. The lore surrounding Big U wouldn't be as huge as it was. When Big U was in prison, there was lore. When Big U was in prison, it was really documented. Big U was that guy. Big U was holding county jail knockout records when he was in jail. So that's why I don't know if I believe it, but he can't really speak for himself because he's facing a RICO. Right. Now, if this isn't bad enough, Big U is currently dealing with people apparently cooperating against him. Now, I was told there's multiple people cooperating against Big U.
What he thought niggas wasn't... What Big U thought niggas wasn't going to tell on him, bro? That's what I don't be understanding about street niggas, bro. Y'all real like be thinking that niggas ain't gonna tell on y'all when half of them ain't just there, bro. Yes, they gonna participate in crimes and do whatever, but until they get in them shackles, bro, and get behind the walls and start getting them numbers thrown at them, they're gonna tell. I don't know what Big U thought about. He been in the game for so long, he should know this already. It's like, I don't know why he even surprised. He like
this right here.
What was that?
You see that? Get a look at that right there, right?
Was that the...
For all you brothers in the section that's been compromised, look at that. It says the government should produce an index of discovery to defense by August 13th. Hey, man. Y'all know who y'all are, and I'm sure y'all didn't already parachute away from over there, bro. I'm sure that you guys got up out of there. That you individuals have pushed on, and if you still around there, brother, you's a dummy. You stupid.
Y'all better get out the hood.
You know who you are. You've been compromised to the point where it's all gonna come out, man. And then on another note, when they went to court, Big U, Loose Cannon, and all the rest of them, Loose Cannon he had a separate hearing. Ain't no telling what he's doing. And I guarantee you, brother, I'm not going to miss no more court dates.
I want to make this clear. Loose Cannon is my friend, so I don't think Loose Cannon is telling. I don't think Loose Cannon will tell. From conversations I've had with Loose Cannon, I've seen Loose Cannon express to me how much he hates and detests people who snitch and people who rats. So I don't think Loose Cannon is doing this, but if Loose Cannon is smart, cooperating would probably be the best thing for Loose Cannon. Loose Cannon just had a newborn. Why would you hold it solid for people who don't like you? Because, bro, Loose Cannon and Big U beef has been documented on the internet. It's no secret that Big U despises Loose Cannon. Loose Cannon despises Big U. They don't like each other at all.
He caught up in his own.
They just don't like each other. So if the person who's your co-defendant, if the person, let's say they want you to cooperate against, is a person who hates you, is a person who don't like you, is a person who don't want to see you win or shine, then why are you holding it solid again?
You feel me?
Why aren't you telling again? I don't know. Bro, hey, listen, bro, put me on a RICO case with somebody who I don't like, bro. I'm gonna make sure they do 100 years.
This nigga Flacco crazy, good.
Luke Cannon is keeping it solid from what he's expressing. But apparently now Loose Cannon has a separate court date. So people, there's rumors floating around that Loose Cannon may be cooperating because of this. Now, one of my co-hosts, Young N, he did a video where he claims that he's been in jail for a large portion of his life. So he understands how cooperating happens, and he believes that Loose Cannon is cooperating against Big U, and here is his reasoning for it. Now, this is his reasoning, not mine. This is his reasoning, not mine.
I don't know what you doing in there.
Oh,
I've been in there. I've been in your shoes before. I know it get hard, and I know cream pies, as you would like to say, and sweeties like you crack. It's a known fact. I've already been to jail multiple times and haven't cracked. You having secret court proceedings without the rest of your co-defendants being there.
Mind you, I know this ain't got this. Well, it is. Them, well, they, you know, quote unquote, he's from A Trade and Loose Cannon from 60s, and y'all know, y'all don't know it, but y'all know now that they beef with each other. So y'all can put two and two together and get what I'm saying. You feel me? Like you said, how Flacco said, hey, put me on a RICO with somebody that I don't like. They gonna do 100 years. This could just be him saying that Loose Cannon snitching because, you know, he quote unquote don't like him.
What is this, like a proffer?
You know, they ain't supposed to be enemies.
Or like what are you talking about with the judge and the rest of the court that your co-defendants can't hear if it's not a bond hearing? That's the only thing you show up to by yourself. It's not no separate hearings unless you working with the government. And people are going to your court dates and they're seeing this or saying this.
But so hey, I ain't been to jail, so I don't know.
You don't have my brother number to call. I never said you called my brother number, but I did say that you called three-way. And me saying three-way may have misled some of the people.
Young Ant will also accuse Loose Cannon of cooperating because he would claim that Loose Cannon hopped on a phone call with somebody he knows. I think it was his brother, and Loose Cannon asked his brother for drugs and how he could get drugs in prison, and the brother automatically hanged up the phone. According to Young and Half, and Loose Cannon denies it and says it's not true whatsoever. But Young and Half says the only reason you will call somebody from a federal prison and ask for drugs is because you're cooperating. Loose Cannon will respond back to this, and Loose Cannon will say this is not true, it's false, and he don't even know where they got it from.
Irregardless of what somebody's talking about, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna make sure that I know what's going on, because it's a lot of secret stuff that's going on that we're not privy to. And I went down there and I pulled all the minutes and stuff like that. The boy Loose Cannon keeps saying he's finna come home, right? What do you guys think about that? That man come home, man. And if you guys can't see with y'all third eye, you guys gotta be totally.
Who wanna fuck with first of all, everybody knows me. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do none of that shit.
Last week they were making fun of you for not even being able to be around weed, bro. You can't even be around weed. Everyone knows that shit.
Oh, that's the dumbest thing ever in life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call on a federal phone where I know they record my calls and basically they listen to everything I say, bring it up in court, and then I'm making a drug deal on the federal phone. That's the goofiest shit in the world. Just last week they saying that I can't be around weed, but now I'm...
Hey, cut shit.
If people say anything and try to do anything to smut you, if I was asking that, why they didn't record the call?
Yeah, that's one of the things I didn't understand about it. I was like, shit, I ain't hear him say that.
Yeah, who in the fuck would ask?
Who is he talking to? What?
Everybody knows me. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do none of that shit.
Last week they were making fun of you for not even being able to be around weed, bro. You can't even be around weed. Everyone knows that shit.
So that's the dumbest thing ever in life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call on a federal phone where I know they record my calls and basically they listen to everything I say, bring it up in court, and then I'm...
Hey, cut shit.
If people say anything and try to do anything to smut you, if I was asking that, why they didn't record the call?
Yeah, that's one of the things I didn't understand about it. I was like, shit, I ain't hear him say that.
It might not be loose cannon that's cooperating against Big U, but there is a lot of
niggas telling for sure.
I can't even begin to tell you how tragic I think it is, bruh, or how tragic I think this case is gonna end up. I don't know, bro. Based on how many people is cooperating against Big U, I'll be real, bruh. I don't see how this case ends in anything other than a guilty or a plea deal. And I don't know, man. Taking into consideration Big U's age, the amount of time he's facing,
right?
Yo, there's a really real possibility, man, that we may never see Big U a free man again. Let me know in the comment section. What do you got?
Shit, that's what you get, bro. Waiting for you. Hey, you want to still be gang banging at 60, nigga? That's what you gonna get. You gonna be doing what you doing. Hey, it is what it is. You can't feel sorry for him. Like I said, it just, I don't know why he didn't think niggas was gonna tell on him. Like, they not about to go, like, niggas not about to go do life, do any plus years in jail, bro. Like, come on, man. It's crazy. It's just like, that's why I just stay out the streets, bro. If you ain't got nothing to do with the streets, stay out of it, bro. You won't have to worry about none of this. Like, real life, man. You feel me? Shout out to Flacco for the video, man. Catch y'all on the next one. Y'all like and comment. Let me know y'all thoughts on the video. Catch y'all on the next one.